What's up, guys? Welcome to Death Knight Tips and Tricks Week 1, Episode 2. This is going to be a bonus episode for the week. We're going to go over Blizzard UI and toolbars, Bartender add-on and UI additions with it, DK macros, Alright, the first thing we're going to go over today in Death Knight Tips and Tricks, we're going to look at the standard UI, which is doable. There is a lot of high-ranking PvPers that use the standard UI. It just may use a few mods to adjust it just a hair. So okay, let's start off. This is a Death Knight level 55 just loaded in. So for those of you that are starting new characters, you can just follow these steps. Alright, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to pull up the game menu. We're going to go to interface. We're going to go to action bars. We're going to turn on the bottom left, the bottom right, the right bar, and the other right bar. Okay, we're going to remove locking action bars. This is a box you'll want to come back and recheck when you're finished with all this process. And we're going to show the action bars just for reference in this tutorial. Alright. We're going to move our death grip to our second row. We're going to remove our auto attack. We're going to move our icy touch and plague strike to our main priorities. So anytime we start a new target, let's go down to a training dummy. Anytime you switch targets, you're going to want to have both your diseases up for maximum damage. So depends on your playstyle. Some people like their diseases further back and your main attack's forward. That's really just personal preference. Alright, so we have our death grip and another one of our interrupts on top, which is a racial from a blood elf. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make hotkeys. So we're going to go to key bindings. And we are going to make, you see I already have it bound. This will give you direct access above 1, 2, and 3 to F1, F2, F3. This is a really good idea to put your interrupts and certain cooldowns on there. So you're going to want to rebound these, and all you do is click it and press 1. Key bound successful. Another thing is Death Coil. A lot of people will move this forward on their toolbar. There's really no need for it. You can obviously just bind this to a key of your liking. So when you do get full runic, you can just tap your keybind and it will be like a runic dump. So I wish I had a target dummy here. I do not. So we're going to bind number C to our R key. See that, make sure you pick a key that is out of the way. And so you can kind of move this. Let's move it down there to equals. It doesn't even have to be in the general area, because that R key is equivalent to 4 and 5. So it's very close to your hand. You're not going to have any problems hitting it. So it really doesn't matter where this is at. Alright, we have it bound to F. Alright, we'll leave that as F. And let's kill somebody.
I can't attack that target.
I guess it's not going to let me. Let's see here. Just demonstrate how this hotkey works.
I can't attack that target. I can't attack that. isn't ready. I can't do that. That ability isn't ready yet.
Alright, we're using our
I
hotkey.
can't cast that yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. Not ready yet. I need a target.
And for example, you could move this anywhere you would like. All you have to do is pull up your key bindings and reassign a key. And that's pretty much going to do it for the basic Blizzard UI. I mean, it's very simple. Definitely recommend for beginner players to start out with an approach like this. I mean, it's not going to hurt you in PvP too bad running standard Blizzard UI for your toolbars. It's not going to help you, but it's not going to hurt you. But you can do most of the key binding and necessary stuff you need to be successful with the Blizzard UI.
For now.
And now we're going to get onto an add-on that I use, which is called Bartender 4. And it's basically totally different than the Blizzard UI. It is completely customizable. Alright, we're going to turn on Bartender 4. And we're going to load back in. Alright, starting off, you can obviously tell a difference. Your little arrow keys are missing. You're missing some other stuff. Alright. What you want to do is you want to come up here to the icon and left click, and this enables you to move your bars anywhere you would like. You can reposition anything. And don't forget about unlocking your chat window, and you can move this out of relock it. Alright, and left click enables you to move everything. Right click brings up the options. And we're going to go over some of these options and then teach you how to keybind after we're done resizing and other stuff we want to do. Alright, toolbar 1, make sure it's enabled. See there, we're turning it off. We're going to get rid of the Blizzard artwork. Going to disable that. It cleans everything up really nice. You're getting rid of a lot of extra stuff you don't need. And the micro bar, which is this right here. If you're not sure what bars are what, you can always left click the icon and it brings up the names to everything. So we're going to bump the scale down to this, to about 0.75. Then you can even move this. I mean, you can move it up here. Alright, pet bar. We're going to disable that for now. And remember, this add-on works with all classes, just not DK. This is just example. Alright, my stance bar, which is right here. I'm going to resize that. Just get it a little bit smaller. Alright, the bag bar. There's another add-on that makes this part of your UI a lot better, and we will go turn that on and show you how it works. Alright, it's called One Bag 3. And basically this makes it where you click your bag slot, it has all the spaces for your bags, and you don't have to sort through 4 or 5 different bags. So we're going to go left click this again, then right click. We're going to go to the bag bar. And it's already selected, but sometimes you have multiple rows of bags like this. You're going to one click this, make it one bag, and with that add-on we just downloaded, you'll see the result. Alright, we're going to move that to 0.7. That to be a click. We're going to left click our add-on. We're going to click our bag space. And you see how it's combined all of our bags. And if you don't have all the bags, these slots right here will not be here. It'll be just grayed out. And I find this is a really nice tool. Lets you see your whole inventory and you're not lost looking through bags. Alright, we're going to get back into the customization of our toolbars in UI. Alright, we are going to take this number 3 bar and you can adjust the size of it, the buttons. So if you only want this to be a 3 or 2 button bar, you can do so. And you can also rotate it. Rows down here controls the horizontal growth, and you can flatten it out. And most of the time I'll take a bar just like this and put it down here, and let's bump it up to 3 boxes, and that is going to make a nice mount bar, so I can put my 3 best mounts down there or anything else I want to do. Alright, row 5. We really don't need anything here. Move this out of the way. And I actually like my bars either centered or stacked on top of each other. You can even redo this. So you could have like your bag up here, your mount bar. I mean, the options are endless with this add-on. Just remember, if you have quest items right here, that Bartender has a little bit of a problem if you're trying to click on a quest item to get it to launch. So try and keep your, if you're questing a lot, try and keep your bars away from those quest items, because you'll be clicking on that bar and you'll never know it. Alright, bar 4 we do not need, so we're going to remove bar 4. Just a click of a button, it's gone. And we're actually going to put our mount bar, let's go to right here. So we have our 3 main toolbars. Try and center this up a little better. Just left clicking and dragging. And then we're actually going to resize these. So we're going to go to bar 5. And I recommend 0.85 for all your bar sizes. Bar 6, and center this up again. Alright, and now we're going to do hotkeys. You're going to left click this, and you're going to click keybinds. Character specific only. Okay, it says hover over the button, then press the key that you want it to be bound to. So we're over death grip right now. We're going to put F1, F2, and you can do as many as you want during the time. And we're going to come down here and put this one at F, and then we're going to hit OK. And you see that just made all of our keybinds, and I'm pressing the F key just to show that it worked. Alright, now we're going to redo our health bars. There is health bar add-ons. You can get X Pearl or other simple add-ons, but most of the time that's going to be overkill. We're trying to get the best bang for our buck, let's put it that way. We're trying to get the stuff that is really going to help us out with our PvP. So we're going to unlock this frame. Going to put our health bar there. Target this guy so we get a frame. Unlock frame position. And you can even do like this. Unlock window. Get this above our bar. Reposition this. You know what? We will switch this up to here. Alright, so now when you're in combat, both of your your health and your target is right where your vision is focused, which is going to be on your action bars. You know, seeing what cooldowns are available, or you know, it keeps all your vision tight. So you have your character, you have your health bar, you have your enemy health bar. Alright, let's see what else there is. Oh, let's relocate our stance bar. Alright, let's get into macros for Death Knights. I'm going to show you some of the basic macros used by Death Knights. We'll get into advanced riding macros later. Alright, we're going to start off with our Death macro. This is basically going to pop all your cooldowns and virtually one-shot a nooblet. And we all love one-shotting nooblets. Alright. Show tooltip, Pillar of Frost. Cast Blood Tap, this is optional, depending on your playstyle. Basically, what happens is if your runes are on cooldown, and you have either a 5 stack of your Firelands Trinket or another type of buff, or you see a proc out of your Crusader, proc off your weapon, any kind of proc that you want, you know that'll benefit your DPS, and you want to fire this one-shot macro off right then you're gonna need to free up a room. So that's why I keep Blood Tap in there. Some people will argue with me and say it's a waste, but not for my particular playstyle. A potion. This is the strength potion. I think it gives you 1200 strength. You cannot use these in arenas, but you can use them in battlegrounds. Pillar of Frost. This increases your strength by 20%. Ruthless Gladiator, Badge of Victory. This is another proc which will give you your more strength. So it gives 2000 strength. And then the Apparatus, which is your Firelands Trinket, which is optional. You don't have. Most people have some kind of Ruthless Gladiator use trinket if you're into PvP. Then Cast Obliterate. That's just to give you an instant attack right after the macro, but keep in mind you're going to be wanting to obliterate and frost strike as much as possible as soon as this macro goes off. And we'll give a little demonstration here of this one. Now, I've done several videos on this, so we're not gonna. No. Nice. Not gonna go into this too.
Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. I don't have a target. That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I need to target something first. I need a target. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready.
One more stack of the Apparatus.
I can't do that yet. I can't cast that yet. Not ready yet.
What a winner.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. I can't do that yet. That ability
Hopefully I can get a crit here.
not ready yet.
Alright.
I can't do that. I don't have a target. Not ready yet. I need a target. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet. That ability
See the macro
isn't
still
ready
going
yet.
off.
I need to target something first. I can't do that yet. That ability isn't ready yet.
Alright, that's just a little demonstration. We didn't get that great of numbers off of that, but sometimes that's just how it works out with that trinket. If you don't get any killing machine procs, you're not going to see those, 50k hits. I think the highest we got there was 30, but it has the potential with that macro to get huge numbers. And if you're really interested in just that specific macro, I have other videos up on that you can check out under one-shot macros. Alright, let's start looking at our other macros. Death Grip. Death Grip / cast Chains of Ice. Basically what this is going to do, and if you set up your hotkeys like we went over earlier, You'd have Death Grip as number 2. You would pull that down to that slot, and when you're Death Gripping a target, basically what it's going to do is it's going to Death Grip the target mid-air. It's going to Chains of Ice them. So when they get to you, if they were running when you Death Gripped them, a lot of times when you Death Grip somebody, they'll run right through you, and you have to completely do a spin around to even attack them. What this is going to do, especially for Frost DKs, and we'll give a slow for Unholy DKs, it's going to pull that target straight to you, and it's going to root them in place for 3 seconds. So that target is at your mercy for 3 seconds right in front of you after you Death Gripped him. So that's a really neat macro, and you will use that a ton. Alright, let's go back to Pacific and cast Obliterate. Every time you hit Obliterate, which is basically your main ability that you're trying to get off, you have Start Auto Attack. So basically this is going to be every time I click Obliterate,
I don't have a target.
my guy's going to start auto attacking. You see it going off. This guarantees you when you switch targets, your guy's just not going to be standing there like a moron, and he's going to be actually doing something. So every Obliterate, it'll get your guy to start auto attacking. And a lot of you are wondering why Focus Dark Command is in this macro. This just basically makes it for in arenas. Say if I'm fighting a mage, I'm on him, but his pet, or no, let's use a hunter. That's a better example. Say a hunter's tiger was, for instance, is on my healer, hitting my healer, and this hunter is kiting me. I set at the beginning of the match that pet to my focus. So I'm getting kiting, and I could use a little extra healing off my Death Strike. So I'm attacking the one target,
I can't attack
and I'm
that.
using
I'm out of range.
Obliterate, even though I'm not in
closer.
range,
It's too
because
far
it'll be
away.
taunting his pet off my healer over to me, and then I can easily do a switch to that pet and do Death
I
Strike.
need to get closer.
So it's a sweet little thing. You just have to keep in mind and remember about that macro and setting up your focus. And you know, that's mostly used for 2s or something. If you're going for 3s or something more like that, you're going to have to be using your focus on other things, but you can always switch your focus mid-fight. Alright. Alright, Necro Strike. This will be useful with Unholy DKs, and basically what it's doing is making your pet cast Claw every time you hit Necro Strike. And you want the same macro for your Scourge Strike, and you can turn off your pet's auto usage of Claw, and it'll cast every time you cast. This way, your pet will always have energy. There's no need to be putting out DPS. He'll always have the energy for his stun, and you can click that stun instead of casting Claw, and he's out of energy and he can't cast your stun exactly when you need it. So I find this makes it a lot better with Unholy DKs and setting up a stun on somebody. Alright. If you're looking just to simplify your defensive cooldowns, say you're really not a serious DK, and you basically have too much on your hands. Let's say you're a beginner DK, and there's just too many buttons, and you're just having a hard time. This is a very good macro for you. It's going to cast Anti-Magic Shell and Icebound Fortitude, and it's going to give you a defensive buff. So one button click simplifies 2 buttons for beginner DKs. Advanced DKs, I don't recommend using this because you'll need to space your cooldowns more wisely. Alright. Let's get into this. This is going to be your spell steal. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to target focus, cast your spell steal, target last target. So, for instance, in Arena, I set the healer to my focus, I see he's casting a CC or Fear or a heal, and I want to take that. I would click this ability, which I have it on my F4 key, and I'm going to steal whatever he uses next. And it requires you to set your focus to that healer beforehand in order for it to work properly. Alright, let's look at our other macros. A lot of these are for other classes. Alright, Strangulate. This is the same idea as the spell Steal, but it's going to strangulate your focus target. And I actually have it down here, and I have it bound to my tilde key, which is right next to 1. So don't think I'd never use this because it's way down here. It gets used very frequently. And that'll actually focus strangulate your target. Alright. There's one more macro I wanted to show y'all. Oh, your heal. Lichborn. This is basically going to cast Lichborn, and if you have full runic, let's get some runic up.
It's too far away. I can't do that. Not ready. I need a target. That ability isn't ready yet. I don't have a target. I need
So you're in the
target.
middle of a fight,
That
fighting.
spell isn't ready yet. That's still the charge. Not ready yet. That spell isn't
Some more
ready
runic,
yet.
but
Still the
you need a
charge.
heal. There's no healer around you. You pop this, and it gave me 20,000 right off the bat.
I can't cast that.
Gave me another heal.
That spell
And
isn't
all
ready
you're going to
yet.
need is to
That's
keep
still the
tapping
charge.
this, and it's going to keep healing you 17k.
That spell isn't ready
And the
yet.
buff's already up.
That's still
You
the
have
charge.
basically 6 seconds to, or 10 seconds to use this. And basically it just makes it where it casts on yourself Death Coil. So you'll click it once to activate it, and then you can just keep spamming it
I
to heal
can't
you.
cast that yet.
Which is a really nice, just simplifies that whole process. You don't have to target yourself, heal yourself. Alright, that's going to do it for basically general macros for death that you'll see. We'll get into Unholy. There's a few more macros that I want to show you with Unholy, but when we go over their spec and rotation for Unholy, we'll definitely be revisiting our macros. But this was just supposed to be a basic, simple, every use type of macro that DKs can use. But next week we'll be going over talent trees, specs, and we're actually going to get into a little bit of combat. We're going to do our first one-on-one duel and show you how to defeat a warlock. So we're going to be going over specs, and we're going to be visiting one-on-one duel with warlocks. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Death Knight Tips and Tricks.